Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kate. I love all things makeup, skincare, beauty, and fun. Today we're going to be doing an update on my Project Pan, so if this is the type of content that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Would love it if you would subscribe to my channel down below, and without any further ado, let's go. So I do have some super exciting news to share. I finished up my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder. It's actually over in the bin right now. But you'll just have to take my word for it. I finally finished it. There's like this much powder, and by that I mean there is not enough for me to do my full face, like powder it. So I'm gonna let that powder be sacrificed to the makeup gods, but I'm so excited. So I did finally switch out my powder, and now in my drawer is the Huda Beauty. This is one of my favorites. This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I don't know that this month I want to add a new powder necessarily to my Project Pan because I'm still working on the CoverGirl one. So, and of course I'll show you that in just a moment. So for right now, we're going to just kind of nix, adding another powder. Another product that I completely finished up is, you can hear there's like nothing in here. This is by Nimya. This was their Set It and Forget It setting spray. I did love this. This was actually really good. I felt like when I applied this before and after my makeup really did last longer than if I was using a different product or if I wasn't using this at all. So definitely a product I will be repurchasing. However, right now I do want to work on a new spray, and this is actually going to be added to my Project Pan. This is by Neutrogena. It is their hydrating setting spray. So I feel like this is a perfect product for winter/spring when my skin is a little bit more dry, or I'm going for a little bit more of a nourished, luminous look. So it's hard because you can't exactly see how much of this I've used. If I hold it up to the light, I can see that it's right about here. So I will try to remember to mark this so that we can tell where we've gone. Because again, if you hold this up to the light, I can kind of see where I'm at. So I'm excited to be able to rotate something in that's new. For primers, somehow this is still going. I wish I could tell you how, because I swear the last time I used this right before the Project Pan, I had 2 pumps, put it on my face, and I was having a hard time getting those 2 pumps out. So how we got here to a space where I am still using this is beyond me. I'm really hoping that by next month this will be finished, because I'd love to be able to focus on some others. I do love this though. This is one that I already have like my Tatcha cart picked out. I do need to pick up some skincare from Tatcha. So this is one of those products that I'm definitely going to repurchase when I'm all done with it, because I do love it. This one is getting a little older and I want to use it up before it goes bad on me. So still going to be focusing on this one for the next month, and paws crossed, we will be all done with it next month. The other primer that we've been using is this one by e.l.f. This is their Poreless Putty Primer. This is just the regular one, nothing fancy about it. And I've made some significant progress. You can see the walls here are still pretty high. So I think that this one is going to take a couple more months of rigorous use to be able to get where we want to go. So I'm hoping that by June I'd like to see this one gone, because I think in June I'm going to need to use the mattifying one. In the winter though, and in the spring, definitely this one is preferred because it does give a little bit more of a luminous finish, versus the matte one, of course, mattifies the skin a bit better. So I'm still really enjoying this. I definitely would repurchase this when I'm out. However, I have the matte one right now, so I'm not going to like run out and grab this. And I also think we have several months left. So buying the backup right now does not make good logical sense for me. I didn't mention this in the beginning here when we talked about products that I'd used up, but this is by CoverGirl. This is their Exhibitionist mascara, and this one I've had it open for 3 months, and furthermore, it's getting to a point where it's really dried out. So I am actually going to add this one in here. I know it technically wasn't in my Project Pan because I do switch out my mascaras every 3 to 4 months religiously, but this one actually, it really did last me the 3 months. I was really routinely using it. This is definitely one that I will repurchase, and I need to repurchase because I'm all out. I totally forgot last month to update you guys on my Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel. This is in the shade Dutch. However, we are getting bare boned here. Bare boned. This I could probably considered panned at this point. However, I am going to give it one more month and really scrape the sides of this. However, we are not doing well here. We are unwell in this tube. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like there's like barely any fibers, there's barely any gel. So this is definitely one that by April is going to be done. I've also made some significant progress with my CoverGirl Outlast 16-hour wear, I think. Yes. So it's CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Pressed Powder. And I'm glad because I did not realize that this, I think, is being discontinued, which makes me so sad because it's one of my favorites. So it also kind of makes me sad that I'm panning it, but also I don't really want to necessarily, I want to work through my makeup collection that I spent my hard-earned money on, and B, I don't want to be featuring products that you're not able to get your hands on very readily. So let me show you. I have like a decent amount of pan in here. So I don't think this will be gone by next month by any stretch, but I'm also kind of hoping by June that we'll be able to use this one up. In the summertime, I don't wear a lot of full coverage makeup. This one is good in the summer in the way that it is mattifying. It really locks in your liquid foundation, but it's not a product that I would necessarily go to every day in the summer. So I am looking forward to using this up, especially because it's being discontinued, which is so sad. My foundation is my Hydromaniac. So this one's really hard. I think we do have a little bit more progress because now I can like put 2 fingers on there and give it a squeeze. However, I haven't made like a huge amount of progress with this one, which is okay because this is a product that like if I ran out of it, I would run right back out and grab it. So I am enjoying this. It definitely, of course, has more of a dewy, hydrated look to the skin, which this time of year, I kind of go back and forth. I really enjoy a nice full beat matte look, but this one is medium to full coverage. You can definitely build it to be full, and it gives a little bit of luminosity. I'm wearing it today, actually. It gives a little bit more luminosity to the skin. I covered it up with my Huda powder, or set it rather with my Huda powder. I think it's really pretty on the skin. So no, I'm not using this every single day like some of my primers, but I am getting great use out of this, and I'm still happy to continue to use it, which is kind of one of the things about a project pan that can be a little bit challenging for me anyways, is that like after a while it's like, well, I want to play with something new. I want to like try new things in my collection. So for me, I think having options other than just my project pan items makes good sense, because a project pan is not meant to feel like punitive or punishing. So yes. My Armani concealer, I have made some progress in. The thing with this one is that it is more of a medium coverage foundation. No, it's a medium coverage concealer. This is the Luminous Silk in 3.75. So I use this on days when I want that medium coverage, and then I use a different one on days when I'm wanting more full coverage. However, I can with confidence say that I used this at least 5 times this month, which is a good amount of time. But again, I don't want to force myself to use these products because I still want to find them special and enjoyable. This is a really beautiful formula. It's medium buildable coverage. It does a nice job covering my darkness and under eye bags. I mean, nothing's really going to cover those, but it does a nice job like lightening it all up, making my under eyes look really pretty. So I really enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to continuing to use it. Shade Polished. I love this blush, but I am finding that my, like, how do I word this? The colors that I want to wear every day change, and the colors I wear every month change. I like to change my makeup seasonally. I'm inspired by nature, by the weather. So for me, it just doesn't make, I don't think, sense to have a blush in here like this, where it's a little bit more of a specific tone. It is beautiful. It's one of my favorites by Melt Makeup, and this formula is like absolutely to die for. I just don't think having it in my project pan is making a lot of sense for me, and so in that way I am gonna go ahead and take that one out. I'm not gonna replace it with anything, because for me, I think complexion products are really where I want to focus my attention with the project pan versus having colored powders be the focus, if that makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.